Here's Reuben Welch with a speech entitled Some Like It Hot.
Do you like it hot? Extremely hot. Do you burn with fire on a Friday night after a few drinks? Do you get tormented on a Saturday morning by a fiery devil? I'm sure you all have had experience with the strange fruit that I'd like to talk to you tonight about. Because my speech is about red hot chili peppers. Not the band, in case you're confused, but the things that grow on shrubs. Most people, when they eat chili, have some, sweat a bit, and forget about it. As Hugh Grant says, forget about it. But chilies are amazing. They have amazing potency, have amazing variety, and have an amazing geographic spread right the way across the world. And from a little bit of research I've done, I hope that next time you have something spicy, such as a curry, you might remember one or two of the facts that I'm hoping to give you tonight. Despite where they may come from anywhere across the world, all chilies are in the plant group or genus Capsicum. And every chili contains more or less the hot substance in it called capsaicin, which, to use its proper chemical name, is 8-methyl N-vinyl 6-nonenamide. Yeah. But it's the capsaicin, which I'll carry on calling it, which makes chilies hot. And what the capsaicin does is it bonds itself chemically to the nerve receptors on your body. And they're the same nerve receptors that you would normally sense extreme heat or bad abrasions to your skin. Which is why, when you have a chili, or you eat a chili, it tastes really hot. But even if you rub it against your arm, it will feel really hot. But the capsaicin isn't actually damaging to you. It's not like, say, you actually burnt yourself. It just, the sensation is the same, but it isn't the same effect. And you probably know this from if you have a very hot meal like a vindaloo, you're not actually damaged by that. But what you'll also know if you eat hot, spicy food is that if you have a drink of water or beer, that it doesn't really have any effect. Cool fluid will make you temporarily feel better, but it doesn't actually get rid of the hot burning taste. What you need is a detergent. It's actually that's a technical word. It's a detergent found in dairy products. I think it's called casein. And what that does is it actually washes the capsaicin off the nerve receptors. So when you're having a curry, down at the Raj maybe, you've had something really hot, what you should drink is not a pint of Cobra beer, it's a pint of milk. And you should have some raita, or this is sort of yogurt with cucumber in, and that would also draw the heat out of your tongue, and maybe settle your stomach with some kulfi almond ice cream. Very nice. There are hundreds of different types of chili all across the world, and they vary from green through yellows, oranges, reds, to vibrant, lurid, day-glow purples. Probably shouldn't eat that sort. That's that colour for a reason. But not only do they vary in colour, they vary in size. From the very smallest, smaller than the end of my little finger, to large, great, huge chilies. But all of them have capsaicin in them, from one level to another. And I'd like to tell you about some of that. At the bottom end of the scale, because there is a scale for them called the Scoville scale, believe it or not, is the Scoville scale, just to explain, is a scale which measures Scoville heat units. And what that is someone sat down as part of a group and sort of rather subjectively tested different chilies to say how hot they are. So there's an actual hierarchy of chili. What they do is they mix up a solution of 1 part chili to increasing amounts of water. And the more water that they have to add to the chili mix before the taste sort of becomes indeterminable, determines its ranking. So the hotter it is, the more water you need. At the bottom of the scale, it's 0. A normal bell peppers, the sort you buy in Tesco's in the red, yellow, green, pack of 3 for £1.29, whatever it is. on offer this week. Those are at 0 because you don't need to dilute them to get rid of a chili taste because there isn't one. There's no capsaicin in them. Further up the scale, you have something that you may not know the name of, but very common pepperoncini or pepperoni chili peppers. They're the Mediterranean pepper. They're about 500 Scoville units. They're a bit nippy, but they're not hot. They give you they're the sort you get on salads if you go for a Mediterranean meal. One everyone's heard of, jalapeno peppers. Very famous in Mexican cookery, especially on nachos. There may be at the most 6,000 units. Another Mexican chili pepper, Tabasco, world famous for Tabasco sauce. That's much hotter, 50,000 Scoville units. Starting to be a bit fiery. Feels like eating some now. Higher up the scale, yet again, we get a chili that's famous for Asian cuisine. It's called the Thai chili. It's 150,000 units. And it's what gives a lot of Asian cookery its burn. Often known as nam prik, I think. So if you don't like chili, don't eat nam prik. Another sort of regional variety of chili is the Scotch bonnet, which has nothing to do with Scotland, other than the fact it gets its name from the tam o' shanter, or sort of Scottish floppy hat. They're very famous in Caribbean cookery, and they're near the top of the scale at 350,000 Scoville units, starting to get really, oh my God! But they are not a patch on the hottest chili in the world, the Naga Jolakia, the ghost chili of northern India. 1 million units. That's 20 times hotter than Tabasco sauce. Can you imagine something 20 times hotter than Tabasco sauce? It's so hot that not only do they use it as a spice in small quantities, they use it smeared on fence posts to scare wild elephants away. And that's the very reason why chilies are hot. They're hot to stop herbivores eating them. A herbivore takes a while to digest, and a chili would be destroyed. A bird, however, has a much shorter digestive tract, so it can pass through quickly. And birds don't suffer chili effects, they actually sense it as a painkiller. But it has a similar effect on the bird's belly as it does on a human. So if you're in North India and you're looking at the sky and you see a flock of birds going over at chili season, look out! Chilies are extreme. I'm running over time. Chilies are extreme. They come from all over the world, they come in all shapes and sizes, and an amazing spread of tastes. However, human beings still eat them despite chili's best efforts to the contrary. And the reason for that is chilies make you sweat, they pump you up, they get your heart racing, they get you sweating, they get your metabolism fired up, and they release in your body, what's the word? Endorphins. They release endorphins into your bloodstream, which gives you a high, a mild high. And I think if you've heard any of my speeches in the past, or if you know me well, you know my love of extremes. Well, that's why I like chilies.